Most store owners think their Facebook ads aren't converting because of targeting, budgets, or they blame the algorithm. But that's not the real reason. The truth is your ads don't fail because Meta changed something. They fail because your messages are not clicking with your audience. In this video, I will show you exactly how to fix that. How to find a creative testing strategy that helps you find winning angles, meaning different ways of positioning and talking about your product. And I will show you how to turn your ad account into a consistent sales machine. This is the same process I use with my Shopify clients, from research to filming, and to go from random ads to repeatable results. Let's start first by discussing why a creative strategy matters now. Before you film anything, you need a strategy, because random ads don't build data. Angles do. An angle is actually the story or message behind your ad. A creative strategy helps you understand why someone buys, what message resonates with them most, and which story gets the click. And here is why it matters more than ever now. With Meta's new update, the algorithm doesn't rely on narrow targeting like before. It looks at your ad messages, visuals, and tone to decide who to show them to. That means your creative angle is your new targeting. Each angle gives Meta different signals about who the ad is for, whether it is someone who cares about skincare, a busy mom, or a gift shopper. So the more diverse and well thought out your angles are, the faster the system learns who your best buyers are, and the better your results. Coming out with new ideas and being creative is not easy. It's actually challenging. That's why I will break down my process into small steps that you can follow. And believe me, if you follow this process, you will never ever feel stuck at finding new ideas and angles for your ads. The first step of this process is to review your competitors and research your market. This is a very important step, and it's actually the first thing that you have to do. I want you to look at what competitors are saying, what customers are saying, and what's missing between the two. And here is how you can do it. Go through your competitors' Facebook ads library. Say 5 to 10 ads that seem to perform very well. Look for recurring hooks like the cleanest formula ever, or derma approved, or vegan beauty that lasts. Then check their Amazon reviews, but not just the 5 stars. The 3-star ones are also very important. They tell you what people liked and what frustrated them. Also, I recommend you to read your competitors' website reviews. Look for the phrases people repeat. This gives you clues about the angles people already respond to and the gaps you can fill. Let's take clean makeup as an example. You might find, for example, these repetitive ideas. Finally, a clean foundation that actually covers. So the covering is important for your target audience in this case. Or you might notice that so many people said that they love it, but it's not good for oily skin. Or maybe you will notice that so many people said, wish it came in a smaller size for travel. Those comments can become ideas for new angles. So performance, for example, skin type, or travel friendly, or coverage level, and so on. In most cases, your audience is going to tell you exactly what they care about. You just need to listen to them. The next step of this process is to create your list of angles that you should be testing. Think of these as different ways of telling your product's story. For the clean makeup example, that list might look like this. First, a performance angle, so clean makeup that performs like pro brands, or maybe a sensitive skin angle, so makeup that won't irritate or clog pores, or maybe an eco-friendly angle like good for your skin, good for the planet, or a convenience angle like get a full look in under 5 minutes, or age-based angle, so for example, hydrating coverage that smooths mature skin, or maybe a gifting angle, the perfect clean beauty set to gift. You don't need to test all of these angles all at once. You can start by 3 to 4 strong ones that feel the most relevant, then test the others with time. After deciding the angles that you want to test, your next step is to develop the communication for each angle, or simply define what you want to say for each one. For every angle, write down 3 things. First, the core message, so the promise. Second, the proof, so reviews, data, or demo. And third, the emotion or situation that makes it relatable. Let me give you an example to make this easier for you. Let's say, for example, we take the sensitive skin angle. So the message could be, makeup that's kind to your skin, no redness, and no irritation. This is our message, our promise. The proof could be dermo-tested, 100% fragrance-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and so on. And the emotion, it could be relief, finally finding something clean that doesn't cause breakouts or cause irritations. Now, many of you will be thinking to stop here. You have your angles, you have your ideas, so you can bring them to life. Well, actually, what's coming next is super important because it's what's actually going to help you to build the variety you need. For every angle, you need to create different ad types that express the same message in different ways. You can have a testimonial ad where a real customer shares their story, or a before and after ad showing results or transformation, or a demo ad that visually proves the claim, or a founder or expert story that explains why the product was made in the first place. And you can also have a UGC style clip that feels casual and authentic. Each of these formats reinforces the same angle, but they connect with different personalities and mindsets in your audience. And that's how you move from one idea into 5 testable creatives that all feed Meta's system with variety and context. Once you have all of your ideas ready, that's when we move to the next step, and it is to create scripts and static ad ideas. What we need to do is to turn each angle into content pieces. So we need to write video scripts for UGC, talking heads, demos, founder stories, testimonials, and more. And for the static or carousel ideas, we need to prepare the before and after, product benefits, maybe quote overlay, review snapshot, and more. For example, for the sensitive skin angle, you might film a short UGC where someone says something like, "Every clean foundation I tried made me break out until I found this one," and they talk more about the benefit of the product. Or maybe you can show a close-up of the texture with a caption, "Zero fragrance, zero irritation." Or you can do a before and after showing the skin before using our product and after using our product. Each ad format should reinforce the same message, just told in a different way. Now your next step is to reflect those angles on your product page. This part is a part that most people skip, but it is huge. You need to make sure that your product page reflects the same angles you are testing in ads. So if your ads promises for sensitive skin, make sure that phrase and the proof exists on your product page. The consistency helps your conversion rate because people see the same message from the ad to the landing page to the checkout. I was working with a makeup brand once, and we were trying to test the mature skin angle. And with time, we noticed that our conversion rate for these ads was very low because mature women were seeing the ad, going to the website, but all our images or the photos on the website were for young ladies, very young ladies. So basically, a mature woman saw an ad talking to her, but when she landed on the product page seemed like for a totally different product. And this is very wrong. This is the type of mistakes that you must be avoiding. Once you have your angles ready, your scripts ready, your product page ready, now it is the time to move to the next step, and it is to film, launch, and test your ads. For the testing, I highly recommend you to use the same campaign structure I mentioned in this video. You just need to have one campaign, one evergreen campaign, which is your Advantage Plus campaign, and one testing campaign. Have 10 to 20 ads within the same ad set because this is how Facebook works now. And make sure to analyze your results every 3 to 4 days. And always keep the spend balanced. If you are just starting out, you need more budget for testing and less budget for scaling. Over time, you will be shifting your budget depending on how your business is growing. And if you want to know more about how to analyze your campaign results, I highly recommend you to check this video on my YouTube channel where I show you step by step how you can analyze your ads performance. Over time and after testing, you will start seeing patterns, which angles drive clicks and which drive sales, and so on. These findings are the most important thing in this full process. So basically, your next step is to simply find your winning angles and to scale them. You need to double down on anything that's working well. So always move your winning creatives to your Advantage Plus campaign and never stop something that's working. Never, ever. And when you find a winning angle, create more and more variations out of it. New hooks and new visuals and the same message just said in a different way. Let's say, for example, we found out that the sensitive skin is the angle that's working the best. Maybe we try now to diversify on our customer avatar. So we target young women versus mature women and so on. The most important thing is to keep testing one new angle every week while scaling what's already working. If you found a winner, don't sit on it and just wait. It's going to die over time. That's why you need to keep testing and testing. And that's how you build a full creative testing system from scratch. You just need to have the patience and courage to test and learn. If you want to know more about how to analyze your ads results to understand which angles are performing the best and which ads are performing the best, I highly recommend you to check this video on my YouTube channel. In there, I show you step by step how to analyze your ads results. Happy learning and see you there.